Hello, you guys. How are you guys? The lighting is awful. We're moving and traveling back and forth nonstop, but I still wanted to come on camera for a minute and say hi to you guys. Earlier, I started to do this live and YouTube went crazy. So I just deleted it and I thought we would start over. It's really important. So, oh, awesome, Miss Italy. Hey, Callie. Hey, Johnny. Hey, Chef's Kiss. Hey, Brian. Great to be back again. I'm glad you're here. Hey, Shalima. Okay, so this is a really interesting case, and it is close to me. Hey, Andrea and Tia. So I know that Tia and LFT at Decipher Podcast are also covering this, and they are doing an excellent job. They're keeping every update that comes out, it's going to be on their community post. I've actually even learned from their community post, and then Incognito Gypsy wants to cover it too. But I thought that I would go ahead and kind of get you guys introduced to the case and let you guys, oh, hey, Tia, and let you guys kind of make you aware. This way, when we do a panel kind of talking about theories and different things, you already know what happened. Hey, Pops and Sass. Okay. So first, I'm going to show you an article. Hold on one sec. Oh my gosh, by the way, I muted for a second talking to Bentley, but I meant to upload. I have found some really great pictures of the kids. So this is about Lyric Woods and Devin Clark. Lyric was 14, Devin was 18. They were found Sunday, shot to death off the side of a four-wheeler trail. Hold on one second. Okay. Bentley's in the next room and I can hear him. I shouldn't hear him from in here. Anyways, let's see. I'm doing pretty good, Brian. So yeah, they were found on this four-wheeler trail by these two guys that were out doing I think they were putting like food out for deer hunting. But here, let's check out this article. Then I want to show you a video. And yeah, I hope that more people will start to cover it. When I searched earlier, I could not find anybody that was covering it. Everybody wants to cover the same case. And there are so many cases that are really important too. Who cares if you don't get the views? When you come with a case that's not being talked about, you're not going to get as many views. The more people that cover it, then people will know about it and you will. But that's not the point. The point is to just get any awareness a little bit. And I get frustrated because it's like a few cases out of the year. We have had Gabby Petito. Now we have Kylie. It just every few months there's this case that the whole world is kind of paying attention to. Lori Vallow. All three of those cases have beautiful blonde chicks, right? So not that they're not important, the victims of those cases, not that they're not important. They are, and I'm glad they're getting the attention. But I think other cases need it too. So I really want to, that's why I'm doing this one. So let me read through this some to you guys. This was posted last night. So today, I believe they had their funerals. Let's see. The families of North Carolina teenagers Devin Clark and Lyric Woods, friends who died in a mysterious double murder on September 17th, will say their final goodbyes on Saturday. By the way, so there's a 17-year-old who has been charged that they're looking for, they cannot find. They haven't put his name out there on the news, or, police haven't. If he gets trialed as an adult, I think that we'll get more information. But right now, there are people saying what his name may be online, but I'm not going to, until we know for sure, I won't put that out. So Wood's family will be hosting a memorial service for the 14-year-old girl on Saturday at Crosslink Community Church in Mabane, according to an obituary on the McFleur Funeral Services website. Clark's mother said in a Facebook Live video that she plans to host a memorial ride-along for her 18-year-old son on Saturday as well. Hold on one sec. Okay, I had to come outside because I could still hear him yelling, and this is important. So, they have not had this yet. Hey, Jess. Check text, by the way. You're watching it nonstop? Oh my gosh, Marshall. That's so cool. Hey, Lynn. 14 and 18. The 17-year-old is actually the person who has been charged with their murder. Okay. Are there any motives? Nope. We're going to look and I'll see what we can find. There's rumors and stuff, but we're kind of just starting to get information. They still haven't arrested the kid. Then for him to be charged as an adult, North Carolina just passed a law within the last few years that if they're 16 or 17, they can be tried as an adult, but there's a process to it. Okay. Lyric loved life and loved volleyball. She was an angel. Lyric was the funniest kid you could ever meet. She loved cracking jokes and being with her friends. She loved her eyelash curler, and above all else, she loved her Nike Air Jordans. Lyric was a beautiful soul on the inside and out. She is loved more than anyone will ever know. She never met a stranger and was loved by everyone. And then it said her laugh and her glow would brighten any room. And she was beautiful. Here she is, one of her school pictures. So Clark's family held a candlelight vigil for the 18-year-old on Thursday, so yesterday. He was a talented football player at East Alamance High School. Friends called him Deuce 2 times, signifying the number 4, his jersey number. His aunt, Adriana Bowe, remembered him in a Facebook post as a loved and very smart young man. Devin loved to laugh. Everyone knew who Devin was, a young man with a bright future who was taken away from us too soon. So there's him. Let me check you guys in the comments. Yeah, she is absolutely beautiful. Hey, LFT. 17-year-old Mel is – no, they haven't caught him yet, Callie. Hey, Brittany J. I'm going to – I'll do a search like – as soon as I get done reading through these so we can get the very latest if anything's changed. But I was just on Twitter kind of doing that, which I can pull up Twitter here. I think if you follow true crime, you need Twitter, because if you do like a general search for the person's name and then you can choose between like the top posts, the top tweets, or the latest, so you can get the latest breaking information. Hey, Robert. You're welcome, Callie. I always want to, like, Callie Cat. It makes me think of, like, your picture with your name makes me think of, like, what are they called? Those, are they calico? Like a certain kind of laughs. Oh, thank you, Britt. Okay, so, Brittany, this is not far from you at all. This is, like, it's in North Carolina. Orange County is where they were found. Orange County authorities are still on the hunt for a 17-year-old suspect facing charges in their deaths. It's Orange County and Alamance County are the two counties, because they were found in one and they're from another. So they're still on the hunt for a 17-year-old suspect facing charges in their deaths after Clark and Woods were found shot to death off of Buckhorn Road in a rural area of Mabane on Saturday afternoon after their families last saw them on Friday. So I know that Lyric, her family, her stepdad, like they saw her the night before. They thought she was in her room sleeping. He went to wake her up Saturday and she was gone. I love that picture of her right here. The Orange County Sheriff's Office on Tuesday announced that it had filed a petition to charge the juvenile suspect with 2 counts of first-degree murder in Clark's and Woods shooting deaths. Ooh, we should look at their TikToks. They were friends on Instagram. Okay, well, I guess that's how I would take that right there. The suspect has been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder. While that obviously speaks for itself, this was not a random act. Sheriff's Office public information told Fox News when there remains a threat to the public. The suspect was not in custody as of Thursday, still not as of now, but we will do another check. There he is. He was big into football. I mean, he was probably a football star. Almost every picture you see of him, he's holding a football at the football field, wearing a football jersey, at practice, you know. Through the hard work of my investigators, along with the assistance and help from many other law enforcement agencies, we have identified a suspect in this case, Blackwood said at the time. We will now work with local, state, and federal authorities to apprehend and present the suspect to the court system. The North Carolina State Bureau of Investigation and FBI directed Fox News to the sheriff's office when asked about their possible involvement in the search. There's Lyric. Clark was a junior at East Alamance High School, where he played football. Woods was a freshman at Cedar Ridge High School in Hillsboro. It is unclear what they were doing together when they disappeared on Friday or how they were shot dead by Saturday afternoon. Authorities are asking anyone with information to contact Orange County investigator Keith Goodwin right here, 919-245-2918. So now I have a video that we can watch. I want to, let me check your comments though first. Oh, thank you, Punksy. Hey, Wondering Sub. Hey, Princess Megan Elsa. Hey, Aaron. Did you hear the 911 call? Yes. And we can play that in a minute. Yeah, we'll play that because I think LFT and Tia have it on their community post, so we can get to it pretty easy. Counties border each other. Thank you, LFT. That's what I was thinking. You have a great weekend too, Punksy. Let's see. Thank you for the super sticker. I wish I could see what it was. Hey, Jane Doe. Okay, now we're going to watch a little video just because. So let me do that to take it off. This is their local news, and it's a video called Verify What's True and False Regarding Claims About 2 Teenagers Found Dead in Hillsboro. So there are already rumors. This case is not being talked about at all. We'll do a YouTube search after this and see how many people are talking about it that are not the news. And there are already rumors going crazy. Even some things that I've seen that have turned out to be rumors, which like... It's crazy. Hey, Incognito Gypsy. That's okay. Hey, Jameson. Hey, Slink. Good to see you again. Okay, now we can actually watch this video. Earlier when YouTube crashed. Okay.
Deputies identify a 17-year-old suspect accused of killing 2 North Carolina teens. Plus, after calling Greensboro home for more than 70 years, the ACC headquarters is moving.
And let's start with the breaking details about the deaths of 2 teenagers. One of them is from Alamance County. ATV riders found their
tattoos
bodies over the weekend.
Drive safe.
And in Orange County, just a couple hours ago, the Orange County Sheriff's Office identified a 17-year-old as a suspect in the deaths of Devin Clark and Lyric Woods.
Deputies filed a juvenile petition for the 17-year-old for 2 counts of first-degree murder. They have not yet named the suspect or taken this person into custody at last check.
I mean, these kids, he is almost out of high school, right? 11th grade. He's 18 though, so he's an adult just starting his life. She's 14 years old, you guys. She just got into high school. She just got out of middle school.
WFMY News 2's Amber Lake joined us live now with the latest details.
A 17-year-old is being sought in the murder of 2 teens. Remember, a law changed back in 2019 that 16 and 17-year-olds who commit crimes in North Carolina.
Now, not to pause at a weird spot, but this is what I was telling you guys about just in the beginning about this statewide law about charging as an adult. If they decide to and they successfully are able to charge him as an adult, we'll get a lot more information.
Are no longer charged automatically as an adult. Since the bodies were found on Sunday, the rumor mill started, causing lots of confusion for people online. Here's what's true and what's false in the case. First, there are claims that trial cameras caught the murders.
Trail cameras, trial. There are claims, that's the one I saw, that they were found because of trail cameras. That is not true. Oh, I love you too, Britt. Thank you for coming by. And yeah, you don't have to leave. What part of North Carolina? So it's not far from Raleigh. It's Orange County and Alamance County. I think it's, pretty close to Raleigh. That would be the closest big place. Yeah, lots of rumors. Hey, Irvin. And then, yeah, okay.
Or pointed hunters to where the bodies were left. This actually is false. The Orange County Sheriff's Office says there are no trail camera footage of the murders or of the murder scene. The men who found the bodies off Buckhorn Road were on their way to check their trail cameras when they happened upon the bodies. Investigators said the camera.
So that's how I guess the rumor got started. They were on their way to check their trail cameras, I knew it was something with deer hunting. I figured it was like putting out food. I don't know if you even do that or if that's legal. I don't know. I always felt like that's kind of like if a human goes to McDonald's every day and gets a cheeseburger, and then one day they order a cheeseburger and get shot between the eyes. Like, it's pretty messed up, but so yeah, they were going to check the trail cameras. They were putting out deer corn. Okay. Putting out deer corn. I knew I had heard that, something like that. How long ago is this? Chef's Kiss, they just were found Sunday, this Sunday. Hey, Nady, they went missing on Friday. Oh, it is sad, Violet. You guys, I never say this, but if you can you take a second and like this video? And if you have any social media, not necessarily like a community page or anything, just your regular Facebook, share the video, because the case is not being talked about anywhere. And when a video gets a lot of likes or a lot of comments or a lot of shares, YouTube will push it out to more people. And then obviously people may watch where you've shared it. So when it's like, especially when it's a case that's like not being talked about at all, that's when I think that it's like most important to share and like and that kind of thing. Oh, I know she'll see it at some point. That's sweet. Okay.
Cameras themselves are a ways away from where the bodies are found. Second, there are claims online that Devin and Lyric got into the car with someone Friday night, early Saturday morning. Investigators believe this is true. According to the Orange County Sheriff's Office, a neighbor saw a car around 3 a.m. Saturday.
Okay, let's read this. Above date and time, this is on the missing persons report. Deputy Weinkoff responded to 4229 Geneva Drive in reference to a runaway possible suicidal. What? Who was that then? Lyric? Above date and time. When was this? Saturday. She was reported Saturday. He was reported on Sunday, I believe. So it had to be her. Well, let's keep reading. Possible suicidal. Upon arrival, I utilized K9 Tress for a track casting around the residence near the back door due to that being possibly where the female last left the residence around 11:30 last night. Okay. That's crazy. So they were saying possibly suicidal. By the time K9 Tress was utilized, it had been longer. Okay, so like a dog tracker, longer than 12 plus hours since she had left. Canine Trust did not show any indication when being cast, so I was able to obtain the juvenile's pillowcase from her bed and introduce this to the dog, I guess. The dog showed some interest in the wooded area behind the residence where four-wheeler trails ran, but which ended shortly at the dirt road which runs behind the residence. It was later determined a neighbor had seen a vehicle around 0300 hours on 917 coming down the roadway. It appears the female had gotten a ride from the indications the dog was given. So that they think that she got a ride and they got that information from a dog. That is really interesting.
Coming down the road. Investigators say it appears Woods got into a car. Devin Clark's family also confirmed that Clark got into the car with someone else later that night. Finally, some are saying that Lyric Woods' family has not surrendered devices like phones to authorities. This is false.
Wow.
According to the missing persons report, Woods' stepdad gave an iPad, iPhone, and laptop to investigators. There are still lots of questions surrounding this.
Wow. So they're even trying to say the family's not turning over evidence and stuff. Here, I'm going to watch this one. This is one of the first videos. So 3 days ago that came out. And I think just want to see
the last 15 minutes, the Orange County
see what was being reported at this time.
Sheriff's Office says they believe the two bodies found off Buckhorn Road on Sunday are those two missing teens.
CBS 17's Haley Fixler is joining us now live with this new information.
So that's the news lady out there. Let me check your comments there really quick first. Oh, thank you for being here, listen peeps. So were both of the victims in a relationship of any kind? I don't know. It's seeming that way, but I don't know. Reported they were friends. Yeah, it did say they were friends with each other, but I don't know about relationships. Hey, Kate, it's odd she left without her phone. Was it her phone that they gave? Or, yeah, that is odd. Dear feet, a lot of families around here. A lifesaver in a lot of cases. Oh, my God, in West Virginia, too, where I'm from. People killed after deer season, their freezers are full all winter long. They're eating off of it. How did they get a suspect so fast? I don't know, because he's a juvenile suspect. A lot of the things like the arrest affidavit, which we would probably have access to at this point in a regular case, we're not going to see until they do that, whatever it takes to charge him as an adult, which is really annoying. But we're going to do some Twitter digging in a second. Let's see what they say.
Haley.
Well, investigators are still waiting for that medical report, but right now the sheriff's office does believe the bodies found right up on this hill were a 14-year-old Lyric Woods and 18-year-old Devin Clark.
So that means they had to be, pushed out of a car? They had to be. I'm curious if they found a crime scene of where the crime may have taken place, or just a crime scene where the bodies were found.
They were both reported missing Saturday. The Orange County Sheriff's Office updating this Facebook post from Sunday, urging people to look for 14-year-old Lyric Woods, a freshman at Cedar Ridge High School. Now it alerts the public her disappearance is a homicide investigation. On social media, family members posted Woods was discovered dead on Sunday after she left her mother's home without her phone.
This is sad. That cross her grandfather put up. And on my community post, you'll see, I think I have a picture of it lit up. He said that he put lights on it because Lyric was scared of the dark.
They believe she was picked up by someone early Saturday morning. I found out that Woods' mother lives just about 2 miles away from where her body was discovered on Buckhorn Road. Investigators say 18-year-old Devin Clark was found with Woods. His mother, Tiffany Conception, says the former football player at Eastern Alamance High School went missing around the same time Woods.
Oh my God, that is just so sad.
Did.
What led up to the shooting? Where's the other person? Who's the person that picked either one of them up? Who is the person or people that dropped them off? It's too many questions.
Yes, I have the same questions. How did they get there? Was the crime scene there? Did it happen somewhere else and they were dumped? Who did they get in the car with? Who did Lyric get in the car with? Who picked him up? And it is said that the mom has done a Facebook Live. And I'm not going to play that because I had talked to LFT. I don't know if her and Tia and Jen want to watch that together or something. So I want to save that. But yeah, she has been on Facebook kind of talking about it.
Now, just moments ago, I did just get a copy of the missing persons report filed for Woods. I'm going to share what I found in those documents tonight at 5. Live in Mebane, Haley Fixler, CBS 17 News.
All right, Haley, thank you.
So it happened in North Carolina. Nope, not right now, Trenton. You can't do that while I'm live here. Yeah, awful. Hey, Sarah. Hey, OG Fish. All she had with her was her iPad. They did mention they had taken an iPad. I'd have to listen to that again. Hey, Chloe. Slink, yes. So there was a man who was interviewed by CBS 17. I think my notes are inside. But he said that he heard 10 gunshots. Then was he right? Hold on. LFT, where is that? Where can I find that? Hold on one sec. Let me do this. I wonder if his interview's on video. I don't know if this is going to have it. I hope. It's thought a third person may be involved after a witness reported seeing Woods in a vehicle in the early hours of Saturday. Resident David White, who reportedly lives just feet from where the pair were found with gunshot wounds, said, okay, so yes, that must have been the crime scene. He lives feet from where they were found. Said he heard numerous shots being fired on Friday night. He says, quote, I heard about close to 10 shots going off like an automatic gun. And then a pause for a little bit and 5 more shots went out, unquote. Went off, unquote. I wonder what time on Friday night. Because, see, the neighbor sees her riding in someone's vehicle at 3 a.m. Her stepdad says she was home at 11. Let me show you guys what I'm looking at just for a sec. Then we're going to do some Twitter digging before I let you guys go, because it's just going to be a quick little try to get like the basic idea of what happened. I know, listen, peeps, me too. Hey, Jordan, and hey, Aussie True Crime. How are you guys? Were they both still in high school? Yes, 14 and 18. He was 18, Devin. He was in the 11th grade. Lyric was 14, and she was a freshman, so in the 9th grade. Oh, thank you, Britt, and thank you for sharing that. I so appreciate it. I do. Yeah, Brittany, I would love for you to look and see how far you are from this. Do you know off the top of your head this town? Okay, so here's where they talk about David White. And then it says, Wood's stepfather, Shane Canada, said she was definitely home at 11 p.m. on Friday. Then she was reported missing. Not that day. She was reported missing Saturday. I'm telling you guys, another thing to always be aware of. When a case is new and it's just breaking, you're going to get misinformation because people they're hurrying when they put it out. They're not. It's just the name of the game. Misinformation always happens in the very beginning. So that's some of what that is. She was not reported missing till Saturday, but a neighbor said he had seen the teen riding in someone's vehicle at 3 a.m. So it had to happen after that. The victims found in the woods have not yet been formally identified, and their names and the official cause of deaths are expected to be released by North Carolina Medical Examiner's Office in due course. This is what his mom said. He'd never hurt nobody, and for him to get done like this, I have to have answers. He was an athletic person. He was a good person. He was a good friend. He had a good heart. Oh, my God. And then her grandfather said, look, while Wood's grandfather, Stan Dean, uploaded a post on Facebook offering a reward for information leading to the capture of the killer. He wrote, $10,000 reward to the capture of the ones responsible for my granddaughter's murder. Cash, I need results. Any information, contact the Orange County Sheriff's Department. Also said that he was known to be a gentle giant. Let me see. Here's where the cross that her grandfather put up. I'll go ahead and show you guys that too really fast. I know, Jess, it's so sad. Hey, Amanda. I heard she wasn't allowed to see him. I don't know. It's kind of just, yeah, lots of speculation. It's new, so I don't know anything for certain yet like that. I dated a freshman when I was a senior. Jordan, a lot of people do. Oh, thank you, Rain. I appreciate that so much. Okay. This is really sad. The News and Observer. Grandfather, a cross with lights on for Lyric because she was afraid of the dark. Even after her death, Stan Dean wants to protect his granddaughter, Lyric Woods. I put the cross here with the lights on it, Dean said Tuesday morning, his voice cracking as he stood by the handmade memorial in western Orange County. Because she was afraid of the dark, he explained. Oh, my God. Oh, how sad. Woods was a 14-year-old freshman at Cedar Ridge High, and Devin Clark, they were found shot and killed off Buckhorn Road on Sunday. The Orange County Sheriff's Office has not announced any arrests or suspects, which we know they have now. Oh my God, that is so pretty and so sad. And, Now, at the spot where their bodies were found, sits the red cross that Dean crafted in their honor. A spread of red roses, blue daisies, and late summer lilies lie at the foot of the cross. Although hidden from view from the main road by overgrown grass and wildflowers, friends and community members have found their way to the dusty clearing under the power line where Dean placed a cross. I'm living a nightmare, he said. Seeking justice for his granddaughter, Dean is offering a $10,000 reward for information on her death. And this is his post. Hours before she disappeared, Dean had taken her out for ice cream at the local parlor. He recalled the two smiling and enjoying what would be their last moments together. Oh my God, you guys. Whew. Now that is sad. That is awful. Hey, Tia. She was probably terrified. Yeah, 17-year-old suspect. I know, it's awful, awful, awful. Okay. Man, that cross, that just hit me right in the gut. And then him saying he's living a nightmare. And they went to get ice cream that day. Oh, my God. That is just so pitiful. Hey, Mame. Okay, so last thing we'll look at, we're going to go to Twitter and try to do some digging for a second, see what we can find over there. There's not many people talking about this, you guys, so we're probably not going to find much. As soon as there's more, and also, like I said, I'm hoping to join Decipher Podcast and Incognito Gypsy to do a panel kind of discussing our, I know mine too, listen, peeps, discussing our theories and just any other information that we may have. maybe that video, his mom's interview. Let me pull up Twitter. So what are you guys doing on Friday night? On this Friday night, I'm going to be going to a high school football game in a couple hours to pick up Trenton. Let's see. Always remember, if you're in a situation where your life is in danger, do not let them take you to a second location. Good advice. Watching YouTube, maybe. That's what I'll be doing too. Heading to the shore. Oh my God, how fun for a girls' weekend with my mom, sister, and the girls. Oh, that'll be awesome. Actually, me and the kids were talking about driving to the shore tomorrow. Because like we're on like the sound. It's like kind of like a bay. But for the sand and the waves and stuff, we got to drive like 45 minutes. So, hey, Blondie. Welcome. I'm hungry. Y'all are making me hungry talking about all this food. Share screen. Twitter. Nothing I love more than spending my night here with you, Alex. It's 22:40 here. So 10:40, my May. Oh, and that's really sweet. Nothing I love better than hanging out with you guys. Like I said, if you missed it, I don't often say this, but if you do have like a Facebook or something and you can share this story, you don't even have to share this video. Share the story. And if you can like this video so it gets pushed out to more people, because there is a real lack of coverage on the case. And I believe that it may start getting some attention, but Lyric Woods and Devin Clark. Let's go to the latest. Man, there are some pretty kids. I found a lot of pictures of them. Oh, like this picture of her. Oh, I bet you guys that have teenagers, because even me with Trenton, he's 13. Like this, like hits me in a way, but I can't imagine if he was 18 or 14. I still would. It's kind of like when you see, like if you have a daughter and you see a young girl, or if you have a son, you see a child that reminds you of your child, those cases tend to hit in a different way. They just do. Oh yeah, the 911 call. We could go listen to that really quick. There it is, I think. But first, let me just scroll through here. So the family of Devin held an emotional vigil. Balloons were released. Meanwhile, the search for the suspected killer continues. Where is the suspected killer's parents? That's what I want to know. Where are that kid's parents? And it's another like Brian Laundrie situation. Your kid is going to be going to jail for murder. Do you help them and try to steer them to holding themselves accountable, or do you help them get away? Well, thanks, Kate. You should cover it too. She's beautiful. I'm having a hard time with this one. Oh, I know. It's her biggest fan. Oh my God. Hey, Mr. Positive. Yep, you're right, Brian. They grow up way, way, way too fast. Probably staying very quiet. Listen, peeps, I don't know. My two youngest are 16 and 18. It's crazy. Kids know too much these days. It's like the internet or something. Yeah. Just see if we see anything else. Like I said, there's not much report. There's not many people talking about it. Here's from the gathering in Chaswell County. Let's look at the photos. Oh. See, there he is in football gear. I told you guys. Like so many of the photos you see of him they're football related. His mama speaking out. There's the cross. So is that the light on it, I guess? It's a solar light that shines on it. So I want to look. This is where they were found. Look how close. There's a house. I wonder if that's that guy's house. Wonder where they were found. What's that right there in the grass? Some kind of marker? What do you guys think? Yep, he sure did, Miss Italy. Oh, Brian. Her grandma said she was a little girl in a woman's body. Me too, Callie. Just subscribe to Kate. Hey, Lori. My mods will drop all the channels. You guys drop them whenever. I love, any other channel that's in here. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. I really am curious. Like, that is so close to the house. All right, let's listen to the 911 call now. It says North Carolina community reeling. I would also like to look at their, here's a YouTube video. I'd also like to look at their social media.
Who killed Lyric Woods and Devin Clark?
Hey.
We have a lead. The results are disturbing.
This is exciting. Somebody is covering this case. How do I share this video? Okay, so I'm going to watch this later. I want you guys to watch it too. I don't want to watch his video. Seems like he put a lot of work into it. And I just, we could watch it with fair use, but we can just go watch it after and go listen to the 911 call. But this is exciting. So there are people, I don't know why. Sometimes when a channel is smaller, you're not going to get it in search results. It'll be pages and pages back. I know, S-Hawk, it is. It really is. I had fam 5 miles away from where they were found. Hey, Jane Doe. It's a YouTuber. That is freaking awesome, dude. I'm excited about that. Thank you, Tia, for dropping those links. And you guys also don't have to, I don't want you guys working too hard. Thank you, Violet. Hey, the bum. Weed. Pizza. Wait, we got pizza, beer, mushrooms, something before the pizza and weed. Thank you, Britt, for sharing. Again, Gray Hughes covered the case too. That's the one. Okay, so in my first live today that got screwed up, I had to delete. I said there was one YouTuber who was covering several cases in one video that I saw come up in the trash can that I saw come up in the feed when I searched. That was it though. But he's got a smaller channel, so I'm the bum. What's up, the bum? I hope that weed is good. I've got my dabs vape right here, and then my little battery vape, regular vape right there. Okay. Let's go listen to the 911 call. Which I heard, but I'll admit to you guys, I didn't listen to it all. I listened to the first couple minutes, and I swear, I feel like all day long I'm trying to like there's a million things that I need to do and should do, and I only have time to do a couple. So my brain is constantly like going to the next thing. So maybe that's what happened. I don't exactly remember. I just remember listening to the beginning. So 911 call. I think it was right up here because, yes. Okay, so I'm going to have to share if it actually has it. Nope, I'm just going to go to Decipher Podcast, you guys. I am sorry. Hold on one sec. I should have had it all pulled up and ready to go, but, you know. Well, thank you guys for sharing this, Decipher. Community is coming together and honoring them. Yeah, they have shared a lot of stuff on the case. Here's the 911 call. It's crazy like how fast summer went, right? I can't get over it. It's fall. It's starting to get freaking cold. Today in North Carolina it was like 70, and in West Virginia it was 53. Cannot believe it. I love to decorate for Halloween and stuff, but I hate the cold. I just want it to be like at least warm enough to go outside and let the kids play and stuff like that. I've missed you, Brian. I can't believe that you've been gone so long. I'm so happy you're back. So here is, we'll read a little bit, I suppose, even though we're going to hear it. So, the North Carolina Beat has obtained the 911 call in the deaths of the two North Carolina teens found in western Orange County Sunday afternoon. Police say two men who told them they were riding four-wheelers discovered the bodies of 14-year-old Lyric Woods and 18-year-old Devin Clark. Both teens were found 2.5 miles away from Lyric Woods' home. However, Devin Clark's mother, Tiffany Conception, said the two teens were found on Lyric's family property. In the redacted 911 call, to protect the caller's natural voice, there's not much information besides the caller stating that he discovered two bodies on the side of the road near Buckhorn and Yarborough Road, as if Lyric and Devin were dumped. But I don't think they were, because we know that neighbor heard gunshots. When he discovered the bodies, the 911 caller said he was out on his four-wheeler putting out deer corn. The caller left. So was he doing deer corn or game cams? You know what I mean? Trail cams. Which one is it? It's that early reporting. I told you guys, always remember, things are not going to be exact in the first days of a case. The caller left the scene where he discovered the bodies, went home to tell his father what was happening, and called 911. The caller told the dispatcher that he would head back to the scene and wait for officers. He also did not mention any gunshot wounds, and I wonder why the caller left the scene where he discovered the bodies. Hold on, you guys. Hey, buddy. Okay, sorry, Bentley came out here. He can't hear this crazy stuff. And why would he tell dispatch that officers probably need to respond non-emergency? Yes, he does say that. I also believe you will hear in the background the caller mentioning the number 14, maybe referring to Lyric's age. So let's hear this. Come on now.
Orange County 911, what's the address of the emergency?
Aw, thank you. Behind the Crimes with Michelle Sutton. Alex, this happened in my hometown. I know the details and family. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, too. Here, I'll give you a link. Thank you so much for the super chat too. Appreciate that. Yep, Bentley does have the sneezes for sure. Okay, we'll keep listening.
I guess the officers probably need to respond non-emergency, but
I guess the officers probably need to respond non-emergency so he could tell, I suppose, that they were all the way gone and there was no saving them. I guess. You guys let me know what you think of that.
this is a pretty serious issue. I would like to speak to the officer in person, but what we have found is we've actually discovered 2 dead bodies.
Okay, give me one moment. What's the address as to where this is?
At the residence?
Yeah, what's the address?
Yeah, that
where
is
you
odd.
found the bodies?
There's not an address. It's kind of, there's no house where we found the bodies.
Okay, is there a cross street or anything?
Yes, it's just the end of Buckhorn and Yarborough Road.
Okay. Give me one moment. And what's the telephone number you're calling me from?
The telephone number is my cell phone number.
My mate, they were found on Sunday. Yeah, very nonchalant. Never heard this 911 call. I'm going to continue playing it. I see Michelle's here backstage. Hey, I'm so happy that you're here. I'm going to go ahead and bring you up. We'll just listen to the rest and then I'll let you talk. Okay? Here, I'm going to bring you up now, actually, before I start playing again. Hello, nice to meet you.
You too.
Thank you for coming up. I really appreciate it. That's so cool.
Yeah, I didn't want to cover it with it being so close to home, and I don't know.
I thought you probably had a channel. I
just started it, and I don't know. I feel bad if I was to cover it myself. So just because I know some of the insider information, I would feel like they thought I was just using it for clout.
Right.
So,
but damn, that's very interesting. Because I don't know. I would still think about it because you would be so close to court proceedings and things like that. It'd be really cool. Yeah. Thank you, Italy. Okay, so is it okay if I go ahead and play the rest of this call?
Yeah,
and then
go ahead and play because
okay.
I haven't heard this part.
Okay, and it's only another minute long. And then it's meow or never. I am from West Virginia. Okay, I'm going to mute. I'll be right back.
And what is it?
With the 14. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
And where exactly?
I totally heard him say 14 right there. So that's really interesting. But okay, I'm gonna keep playing it. Sorry.
Near this location, what? Did you find them?
What?
Exactly where are the bodies?
There's an access to like where the power company cut a road in, and they're just laying around on the side of the road.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and notify an officer and have them to come out and speak with you in reference to this.
Is there any need for me to meet the officer there to show them where this is, or do you think they can find it, or?
If you could just remain on scene so they can know where to locate it.
All right. We'll go back to the scene because we came home. We were on a 4-wheeler, and we were actually putting out deer corn, and we discovered them. Okay. And so we actually came home, and I let my dad know what was going on, and he told me what to do.
Okay.
So we'll actually go drive back there and we'll meet the police officers and show them where they are.
All right. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
You are.
Okay. To be honest, I couldn't even hear the end of it because Bentley was out here screaming and throwing a little fit. But I'll listen again because I do want to talk to you. I'm so interested to talk to you. So you live right in that same town.
Yeah, and connected to Lyric's family through some of this information.
Okay, so what let me think. Did you hear about them being missing before they were found, I suppose?
So Lyrics was reported missing Saturday morning. Devon's was not reported missing until Sunday evening, and in that time frame was when they were actually finding the bodies. But they were in two different counties.
Oh,
The
okay.
counties literally are the line is literally like this. So the line for the county literally runs through this little town that if you blink, you miss it. I don't even consider it a town. But she was reported missing a day and a half before he was. And I guess at the time they didn't know that they were together. And so when he was reported missing and that went out, they were also finding out about the scene, and it was pretty gruesome. The details of it are just horrible, and there wasn't enough. They didn't send out an Amber Alert. Well, obviously he wouldn't have been an Amber Alert because he was 18, so legally he's an adult. But with Lyric, they didn't because they were claiming that she had ran away. So there was just
Right.
the post all over social media. The little sister was making her TikToks. My niece actually goes to school with Devin and has classes with Devin. And so she had called me because I was working on the Kylie case, and she called me and she was like, they just found Lyric's body. So immediately they didn't say anything about Devin's body being there as well, just Lyric's. And then it was a couple of hours later that they released that Devin was at the same site.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, so and you guys know she I bet your niece is devastated too. Lori said I bet your niece is devastated.
She they did a balloon release the next night, and she did go to the balloon release. The situation with Devin's is a little bit different than the situation with Lyrics.
Now, were they dating? Like anything
So
that
no, I don't
she
think
guesses
so.
is just rumor and speculation. You guys know that. Okay, so Miss Italy
Right.
is also from this town. You're beautiful. I love your picture, by the way, Miss Italy. But so anything, we're just speculating and having conversation. When the facts come out from law enforcement, we'll put those out there too, obviously. But we're just kind of talking about opinions and kind of rumor on the street and stuff like that. So just so you guys know. But yeah, so did you know if they were dating or anything? Is this like a
So I
jealousy?
don't think they were. Of course, there's a lot of rumors going around. The only thing that we know is that they were close friends. I don't know that they were dating, especially with that age difference there. A lot of, and as you can tell, Devin's mom has kind of like dwindled off of the platform now, which is
okay.
probably for the best because a lot of things that was put out she had wrong, because Devin actually didn't live with mom. So
okay.
Yeah, so I think that she was told to, because they weren't found on Lyric's property. They were found like 3 to 5 miles away from Lyric's property. And like the 911 call says, if you're driving down that road, they just did a whole lot of power line work, all new through there. It's been going on for a couple of years. So there's several roads that the power line company has pushed through to be able to run those wires, and where they were either dumped or the homicide took place was off of one of those assessments. And the two gentlemen were out checking their trail cameras when they came across them, and one of those was a younger guy, so that's probably why he did go back.
Okay. So this is something that concerns me, especially if they weren't dating, or what could have been going on, because look, it says when she was reported missing, that she was reported as runaway, possible suicidal. This is from the police report, from the news.
So that's the news that we have is not always the best source, just because we are a small town. There's not actually a local news channel here. News 2 is pretty good, but it was said that there was an altercation between the parents, the stepdad, mom, and Lyric that day.
Okay.
But the fact that she did not take her cell phone would have been reason enough for me to be like, oh, you're not an Amber Alert, because what 14-year-olds leaving their home without their phone, money, clothes, anything?
Yeah. So she didn't take her phone. No phone.
No.
Oh my God. What the world? Okay. So LFT knows. She said that his mom, which I also saw this in an article, his mom had said that they were found on Lyric's property, but they weren't.
They were not. It was not Lyric's family. The mom had said that in one of her live videos. His mom did not live. She lived about 45 minutes from here. They were found in Orange County. So he had lived with Dad for several years, and I think Mom was just shocked and hurt, and just, in her video, she even says that, there's a lot of things being thrown around, and at the time, nothing had been put out as far as what was going on with the investigation. The North Carolina medical examiner at that point had not even identified the bodies. We don't know anything about this 17-year-old, you guys. Like, they have not told us anything, which is very frustrating. Like, everyone that I've talked to is like, why? What the crap? Why have we not gotten any answers? Why do we not have at least a description as to what we should be looking for? Is this kid in school with our kids? I mean,
that's what I was going to say. Exactly. That is what would bother me. What if my kid is sitting next to this kid at school, which he has a warrant now, so he's on the run. And, the kids probably know who's missing from class. They probably know who it is, I'm sure, but certain kids, but I don't know. That would bother me so bad too.
I think personally, just like knowing the things that I know, that it's not just one person involved. I know that they've like announced that it's a 17-year-old that done this, but I don't see how he done it by himself.
Yeah,
it would take a very, very big 17-year-old. So,
oh my God, what a good point! Because
there are a lot of things that have been put out on social media. People saying that they looked into the person. I don't know how they looked into the person when nothing has been released. Which tip so fast?
Yeah, which tip, Kelly? And then Nana, so they're not missing anymore. They are actually both been found deceased. It's a 14-year-old and an 18-year-old in North Carolina, Orange County. Michelle actually has a true crime channel. What's it called so we can link it?
Behind the Crimes with Michelle Sutton.
Behind the Crimes with Michelle Sutton. Let me grab it. And she lives in the area, so we're just kind of chatting about it. And also, Miss Italy lives in the area too. And Miss Italy, thank you for coming here with us. Yeah, please come back. How to know the 17-year-old, like to know who did it?
Well, that's that we don't know. So originally we were told that they had left with an older male. That was what was in not the Amber Alert, but the missing persons poster that went out through social media, was that they had left in the middle of the night with a adult male. There was no description of the vehicle that they were in. So like they've literally given us no information as to what we should have been looking for, who we should be looking for, who's now.
Well, can I ask you, because this is not the first time I've seen this. As far as the town goes and everything, and just like the whole energy and vibe of the town, is it a very racially charged area? Because I've seen other people saying that they thought this could be a hate crime.
Okay,
talk at me too.
I've lived here I'll be 40 in March, so I've lived here for 40 years. A racial bone is not in my. Thank you. A racial doesn't run through my blood, so I don't see, like, I don't know if I'm just oblivious to the fact that it still happens, but for the most part, I don't feel like it is.
Miss Italy says yes, but yeah, if you're not around it, you wouldn't really see it and know.
Yeah, like I mean, I know that. Okay, so stepdad and his job, I don't think would mix well if they were. If he was racial towards anyone, it would be hard for him to have the job that he has. I know biological dad and stepmom are not. They're very cool people.
In Lyric's family, right? Is that?
Yes. Lyric's dad, biological dad, and stepmom, they're, and her mom is just, there's no word from her. So I think that she's just taking this really, really hard.
Now, could it be a boyfriend of Lyric's that is white and feels a certain way about her hanging out with a black boy? Because I also live in North Carolina, and I'm from West Virginia too. And where I live in North Carolina, it's super racially charged. Like you can see like there's like a side of town that's more this race and a side of town that's mainly this race. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like I can tell you from like back in the days where years ago I was using, and my mom had a house a few minutes away. I'm in recovery 6 years, but back in my using days, I was hanging out in. Thank you. I was hanging out in, areas that were bad for crime and drugs and stuff. And I got to see there is a lot of racial tension when you're in those areas. Like now, I don't see any of it. But
I think that society makes it a lot worse than it actually is. I mean, I have one kid that is in public school. My other two are in a charter school, but the one that's in public school, he's just the socialite. Like he literally and he never has seen color of any sort. So when he started this year in public school, he said, this happened or that happened. And, I'm like, and of course he's like the mediator of it. So I think it's just more of a society type thing and certain people pushing that upon their kids. And it all depends on where you was raised, who you were raised by, I think. But I don't think that was the situation with this family. Now, the 17-year-old, we don't know who he is. We have no information whatsoever other than he is a 17-year-old. That is all they have given us. So we don't know if he's white or not. The rumor is that he is.
Okay.
But I
now
don't
I've
know
seen
how
her
we got
name
that
on Twitter.
rumor.
That's what I
whose
was going to
name?
ask. I've seen a possible name on Twitter of who this would be. I haven't released it because I want to wait until police do, or you know what I mean? But there is a name going around. Have you seen that? I
can't figure
I
out
don't know it off
Twitter.
the top of
Like,
my
I have
head.
Twitter, but I can't figure it out. I don't know how people would come up with the name, because like literally nothing has been released. The last time that one of the Lyric's family asked for time, they've made their request was to be left to do their grieving and deal with the matters.
Yeah.
Devin's mom spoke out, but I think it was more that she was angry in that moment than having everything together and knowing everything. Because someone had told her that Lyric's family had got to identify Lyric's body, and Devin, she didn't get to identify Devin's body, but that wasn't the case. Neither one of them could be physically identified because of how horrific it was. And so they both had to do it by clothing, even though they lived just a few miles up. Now Lyric's granddad has been very vocal. He's he's the one who put out a reward for any information.
Yeah. He seems like just completely devastated. Nana, they're saying it on Twitter. There's like, if you can find it if you just search their names on Twitter, but I don't know that that's actually who it is. You know, people will make up a lot of. It's sick that people use true crime to spread rumors and get attention and get clicks and stuff. But they'll make up rumors, and so you always got to remember that unless you get something like firsthand or from police, always keep that in mind. Yes, this week. Hold on one second.
I've been charging it wrong for.
Sorry, Bentley came out here with my necklace. They have not found or caught him yet.
No, suspect has not been put into custody. I don't know if. I mean, they haven't said that he's on the run.
Right.
I
just put on the run because he's not.
Yeah.
They call it.
I'm guessing
at large. He's at large, I think.
Yeah,
that's what they would say.
Like we are all like in agreement that obviously, if they have a suspect, they've been to the house of the suspect.
Yes.
Obviously, he wasn't at home by this point. His parents know, but then you got to look at, where's his phone records if that's the case, and where did his phone ping in that area that night? And there's just so many questions around it. It was so many questions, like immediately, like what happened? How did they go missing?
I think that you should cover it, because if you do, there will be a place that will be able to go and get information from the ground, or you can come over here and join panels about it and stuff and get. But I know that it's probably a tough decision because it's sensitive to
This article, I will say that it was one of the first ones that put anything out, and I had never seen this North Carolina beat. I had never seen that before, until they released the information that Devin's mom put out. That was the first time I'd ever seen the NC beat. So.
I'm from West Virginia, Bella.
Unfortunately, they did put out some false information as well. And then that caused a big old controversy between people. And so everybody's already stressed. Is there a murderer on the loose? Where's, because at first
Yeah.
we didn't know. And then, we're thinking by
Twitter
what we
is
know
saying,
that an adult.
let me go look. We'll go look right now. Keep talking.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm trying to get my computer to turn on, but I don't know what's going on with it.
Let me go to Twitter and we'll go see what it says. If he's been arrested, like before I started the live, he hadn't been.
Some
But
of
go
the
ahead.
articles
Sorry.
are saying that he's in custody, but then when you read, like, it's just like the headline, but then when you read the articles, it goes on to talk about how he's not, they have not, they're trying to petition for him to be tried as an adult, but not that he's actually been put into custody. Unless something has come out.
Yeah, the last one I see
last
on here
little
is
bit.
5 hours ago. Because when I searched, here's the latest. The last one from CBS was 5 hours ago, talking about their services that were today, I suppose. And then the 911 call, and we kind of went through these. Well, let me look at the top things about it. The name of the minor has not been released. Court officials filed the juvenile petition, name not released. So can I ask you, do you know if when he gets arrested, then they will ask if they want to trial him as an adult, they have to ask the judge. When that happens, then will we start to get the information? We will, right?
There's no doubt about it. He will be tried as an adult. There's not a judge that would think twice about that in our area.
So we'll,
and with it being
look, I love this picture.
And his football pictures are, amazing too. And she's just absolutely gorgeous. Like,
she really is.
I don't see how a 17-year-old could just, and see, there's Grandpa in that lower picture there. That's the memorial that he set up, and he put lights on it because she was scared of the dark.
There's I guess at a vigil maybe, or at their vigil.
I think that's at the balloon release the night after they found him. They're doing a drive in honor of him because he liked cars. So they're going to do a drive in honor.
How could a 17-year-old do all of this and drive off without unless they were all hanging out together, or he come up on unless them two were parked or not parked, were together hanging out, and he comes up on them and finds them together or something, because it happened there, obviously, if the neighbor heard the gunshots.
That's what I mean, because some people were like, how did he, how was he strong enough to dump two people in the woods? And I don't think that he dumped them there because of I want to say eyewitness, but I guess the heard witness, the gunshots that night and the odd hour of the gunshots.
Yeah. Thank you, Bella.
Callie, it's not because the suspect is 17. There hasn't been, the autopsies haven't been put out, even though they were, I'm trying not to be too graphic.
Nana, can you, it says they filed a petition.
Which news?
Yeah, which news? They filed charges against him. I'm not sure. He has been caught. If he has been caught. Okay, it's just saying they filed the charges.
Yeah, but I just feel like when they have him in custody and he starts talking, there's going to be more than just him. I just don't see how one person took two people. I don't know. That's just
I don't either. And I swear, I do think it was, to me, it feels like it's racially motivated. To you, you don't think so, right? Is that what you're thinking?
Well,
Tell me some of the like rumors or like, I just want to know kind of what's in the air in the area.
Originally the rumor was that it was family that done it. And I was,
and remember,
one
guys,
of the first ones to say
these are rumors.
no. I don't think that would be the case. I don't think that he could look her in the eyes and shoot her. I didn't think that could be the case. That rumor was put to rest when it came out that they had a suspect. So you would have thought that rumor died. That rumor did not die. So that's one of the rumors. The other rumor is that this is racially profiled, that the guy that did do it is white, was in love with Lyric. But my thing is, Devin was picked up first. He got in that car first. So if he got in that car first and then went and picked up Lyric, they trusted whoever they were in the car with to leave in the middle of the night.
Oh my God. Yeah. Maybe one of their friends. Now, yeah, remember what saying are rumors. I don't believe at all it's her family. I believe it's probably somebody who was in love with her. Again, that's just a rumor too. We don't know anything right now. There's just not being said. I can't believe they had to be identified by their clothes. That is just awful. I don't know.
I mean, personally, I would not, knowing what I know about the cause of death, and until those details come out, I don't want to put all those out.
Yeah.
But knowing
that's okay.
The details of it, because the people who found them, I would not want to identify my child that way. I would not want to go in and look at them in that capacity. You would never get that out of your head.
Yeah. Now let me. Okay, so he did have a weapon, Tia. Obviously, if they were shot, right? But he would have to go for the man, or probably go for him first. But where he said there was 10 shots at first, that makes me, and then 5 after. I'm curious if one was shot like 10 times and 5, because that would make me think there was a lot of emotion towards one of the kids, and the other one was just because two high school kids. You guys are right.
That story changed too. Originally it was 15 to 20 shots, and then it was just the 10, and then the pause, and then 5. So I mean, middle of the night, you wake up to hearing gunshots and think, oh, who's shooting at this hour? I mean, are you really counting exact shots? Yeah, I'm sure there was a delay there. He paused. Was one of them running and he ran after them? It's hard to say because there's no details that have been given. And what we know is they went missing. Lyric was reported on Saturday. Devin was reported Sunday afternoon. And they were both considered runaways. They were both found Sunday afternoon in 3 to 5 miles from her house. And they willingly got into the car, which was originally put out as a adult male. So who's seen them in the middle of the night to witness it? But yeah, we have no description of the vehicle they were in.
Yeah, I saw that someone had seen her get into a car at 3 a.m. I'm trying to think if they gave a description of the vehicle. But
there's no description. And the canines, they used canines the morning that she was reported missing, and they traced her from the unlocked door of their house through the woods to a 4-wheeler trail, and then that's when they lost her.
Yeah. Miss Italy, I would love for you to do that. If you want to come up and talk for a second, you are absolutely welcome to do that, or in the chat. And then, because I think it's important to talk about all of it, all the the kids in general. I mean, I can't imagine. I can't imagine actually. When I was a senior in high school, not long after we graduated, a friend of mine was shot with a crossbow. He was a black guy, and he was shot on purpose, racially motivated, in the chest with a crossbow. And the guy's wife came and yanked the arrow out, which killed him instantly. And she was a nurse. She knew that you're not supposed to do that. You leave it in, just because when you pull it out, it's going to cause more bleeding, and just, yeah, you're not supposed to do that. So it's just still crazy. I don't know. Most guns don't have 15 bullets in one clip, right? Automatic weapon or two guns. So it could be like my dad has a gun shop, and you can buy like special aftermarket clips that will hold a lot of bullets, a lot more than your average. I think you probably have like 9 in there in at most, usually in like a regular pistol. So I don't know. Maybe that's why there was a pause. They had to take the clip out and put another clip in or something.
So my son, earlier, we were talking about this. He's military, and he came home for the weekend, and we went to lunch, and he was talking about it. And he said it would be almost impossible for a 17-year-old to have an automatic weapon. So he doesn't think it was automatic. He said probably one of the newer semi-automatics, but he wouldn't think that it would be an automatic.
Well, I think it's a semi-automatic. Most even AR-15s, a lot of them that people think are ARs are still semi-automatic.
How many rounds would the gun hold?
Yep, was the reload time. You guys are right. He had 10 in there, and then let me ask my dad.
Yeah, I just asked my husband, and he said it just depends on which kind of gun he was using. If he's using the AR, then you're looking at 15 or more. Right. I don't think it was AR though.
I asked my dad, will a pistol hold 10 bullets? Because my dad, like I said, he has a gun shop, so he'll know what's on the market. You know what I mean? Overall. So you can buy guns off the streets. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, I'm joking.
Because, I mean, my son, he said before, he wasn't hanging out with the greatest people before he left to join the Army. But, people would walk up to him and say, here, I'll sell you this one for $200. He's like, no, there's a body on that. I'm not stupid. Like, there's a body attached to that, So, I mean, and I think what shook everybody so much is that this stuff doesn't happen here. And my kids, they think they're invincible, and it drives me insane. And they know how deep I go into these cases. They actually will sit here and get deep into the cases with me. So they know this happens. It's just not here. So when they got home Sunday, I was like, nope. And so when I picked up, I had my sister pick them up from school Monday because I was at the dentist. And I told them we had a ball game. And I said, tell them they are not walking away from me at this ball field. They're, because it's right there in that area. Like they're staying right there, pretty much holding my hands the entire ball game, because he could be standing there and we not know it. I mean, at the time, we didn't even know it was a 17-year-old. We just knew that 2 kids had been murdered, and there was no information as to who, when, nothing.
That's one of the reasons I think it's so important police do share information with the public, because every family is feeling that way. You hear that, and then you go out and you're looking, you're wondering where the perpetrator might be. It could be the person behind you in the grocery store. Let me ask you, what is the closest big town near you guys? Raleigh, right?
No. So one way is Greensboro and the other way would be Durham. Those would be the 2 big.
Okay.
Now, Mebane is getting bigger, Mebane has probably had the most growth out of everybody in forever, but that's where Tanger Outlets is, so that helped Mebane grow tremendously.
Is that near like Burlington?
So Mebane is literally like where the line is that they were found. So Mebane is, so the Efland is where they were found, but it's pretty much, like I said, if you blink it, you miss it. There's not much. I don't know how to explain it. Like literally, it's like this. Like you blink it, you're gonna miss that little town that's right there. It's teeny tiny. So most people don't even say Efland; they say Mebane.
Right, and they
so you
said
have
she was from
Burlington, and you
Efland.
have, yeah. So and then you would have Durham. Well, there's Hillsborough too, but Hillsborough's another little town. You blink, you miss it. All they got is pretty much a big car lot.
See, I was just curious because I
These are
drive
like
a
old
lot
history towns.
from. I drive often from the top of North Carolina. I live in the Outer Banks, but I used to live in West Virginia. So we travel through Burlington, Greensboro. Well, first it's Pilot Mountain, Winston-Salem, Burlington, Greensboro area, then like Raleigh, Durham, and then Rocky Mount, and Outer Banks area, like which we're like 45 minutes from the shore, but we're still on the water on the sound. But yeah, so I was trying to get in my head exactly where it is. I'm not too far from there though. When it does go to trial and stuff, I look forward to it because I'd like to go.
I know, like I want to know, like since they're not putting out, I mean, same thing with the Kylie case. Like I want to see this when it goes to court because there's so many questions that don't make sense.
Yeah.
And I feel like in both situation, law enforcement is like holding all their cards. They're not showing them, is the way I feel.
Yeah, they definitely are. So, but I'm gonna chat with you until where is it? Miss Italy D
So
gets
Miss
home, and
Italy
she's
says her 9 holds 12.
Yep. So I bet you that's what he did. He reloaded after 10. But she's going to come up in a few minutes. But until then, I wanted to ask you, I saw your channel. You're covering the Kylie case right now. So
Yes.
Is that one that you're following really closely?
So I have been following the Kylie case for a while. And, okay, so for me, the reason I decided to start the channel was because I feel like all of the rabbit holes came into play, and so much of what happened at the beginning we missed. And I'm not like, everybody's like so gung-ho on giving up on our law enforcement and it being a cover-up, and so I wanted to go back to the beginning and just break it down, you know, each press conference and just each interview, and just break it down and go in with my eyes open, my heart, you know, clear, no judgment, and just, you know, catch things. And that's literally what I've been doing, is just going day by day from the beginning to see, you know, if I could debunk some of the rumors that are out there, because these are kids that we're talking about, and we all have our suspicions that it's the kids, especially with Sammy. Like I just want to give her the benefit of the doubt, innocent until proven guilty, but then she just says something so, and I'm like, is she just not smart, or does she just want to be the center of attention? Is she chasing that clout? So that's why she put herself in there.
I think she wants
attention. When she contradicts herself, I don't even think she realizes that she contradicted herself. Like, you don't see her catch herself slip up. Like, I just think she's just not smart. And I don't know. I didn't think Jagger was involved from the beginning, and everybody was like, oh, you're wrong. And I was just like, no, I don't think so. But then you've got all these other people who have like inserted their self.
Yeah. Well, I think Sammy is not, I think that she is like the center of attention, popular girl, like, and she's trying to get attention. I've seen girls lie about stuff like that, like being closer to someone when they pass away for attention, and that really does happen. I Yeah, it is. Truth hurts. That is so true. People want the worst from these cases. It's disgusting what gets thrown around and insinuated. See, Callie's case was not one that pulled me very close, but there's certain things that I've paid a lot of attention to that have interested me. But I know that there's enough people covering it, and there's so much like trouble going on with it. There's people, there's a big ethical argument happening. I think we lost her, Tia, but I bet you she's listening and not in chat because she does that all the time when she's doing stuff around the house. Hey, Amber. But yeah, there's this big ethical argument over, do you still cover it when, you have some people who feel so passionate that there is some kind of cover up or something happening, and they don't want to give up because they feel like they're giving up on her, right? Then you have other people who think, dude, we're just in the beginning. This is so much coverage. There's other cases that need coverage. Her mom's asked for things to quiet down a little bit, like wait till police come out with more information. And there's this big argument on, back and forth.
So I actually made that comment on it was on Zav's panel, right after Mom made the whole speech with there being honor and silence. And, everybody's like, no. But then in my mind, I feel like Mom speaks in this whole different dialogue than what most people speak in. Like she speaks like poetry and everything that she does. So
100%.
As an English major, in my mind, I thought, wait, hold on. Maybe when she says there's silence and honor, or there's honor and silence, we got this. She already knows that it's foul play and that they have already done what they needed to do. And this is, hey, let's just chill it down. Let her rest. They got this. Because, I feel like they know that it was foul play. I mean, obviously they've ruled out accident if they're clearing people's names and they're no longer, Jagger was cleared. They made the statement that he's cleared. Why would there be a clearing of a suspect if he was not a suspect, So,
ooh,
I do feel
that's
like
a great question, Annie. Oh, I think you're right. I think you're right. But then again, I question it because they have the end of date so I think, why would they do that if it was a murder investigation? Give like this date they'd be done. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I thought this was a really great question for you.
No, you're fine.
So Annie O says, yeah, it's just like, I didn't mean to, it just slipped out, but she says, does she have an ex-boyfriend? Lyric, does she have an ex-boyfriend, an older ex-boyfriend?
I don't know. Sorry. I know that there was word that who is in love with her, I think, done it.
Wait, you're covering your mic.
If you're being 14, it'd be really like.
You're covering. Yeah, I can hear you better now. Sorry.
Okay.
Let me turn mine off.
So I don't know about an ex. I kind of feel like if her only being 14, it'd be really hard to have a serious relationship to that extent.
Yeah, I'm curious. Hey, crazy mama. That would be really good to find out. Have you taken a look at their social media, Lyric and Devin?
So yes and no. Just because the majority of it turned into "we miss you, we'll miss you, rest in peace" type thing, and that's just, it's a lot on there. And I kind of after some of the comments came out, I kind of wanted to just pull myself away from it because it was starting to turn into, even if it's not a racial thing, it started turning into a racial thing. And to me, that was so upsetting because there's 2 kids, no matter what color of their skin. There are 2 kids that their parents no longer get to hug. They don't get to see them walk back through their door. So until we have a suspect in custody and we know who that suspect is, I don't want to turn it into a racial thing. I don't want it to be white versus black. And that was the route that it was going. His mom did put out some pretty awful statements about it. And it just put a bad taste in my mouth, which was another reason I don't want to cover it being local. And then, because.
Thank you, Lone Wolf Spirit, so much. That's really interesting. Good to know. But see, the way I think about it is for some people, and maybe I'm just I don't know. I think that for some of us who don't experience racism and stuff like that, we think like you think, you don't want it to be white versus black. You don't want it to be like that. But for some people who experience racism, they can't just take the race out of it at times. You know what I mean? They can't help it. It's just part of it. That's kind of how I look at it. I think that for some people, it's different. They can't take that away because it's just ingrained in the daily, day-to-day. They're you know what I mean? But I don't know. Maybe I don't have the place to speak for any person of color.
Was in that angry part of her grief, and said things publicly that she probably regrets saying now, but it was on live. It has been shared over and over. It's been put in news articles, and I feel like the focus got taken off of what it should have been taken. If it comes out that this kid is white, and then we can go that route, but for right now, let's look at these lives and let's mourn these lives lost in our small community, because our town, when I say it's small, you don't hear of these things happening. If you hear of something happening, it's usually drug related or gang related. It's not something where somebody just in cold blood kill someone. So
right.
This is so out of.
Neither of the kids were white, so it's not a black versus white thing. However, it still seems racially motivated. Right. Hey, Mod Squad, love you too.
Can you go back to that?
Thank you for coming.
Neither of the kids were white. So she was white. Yeah. Lyric is she's white. And
Boo Sheet, when you get the chance, you totally should rewind to the beginning because there's a lot to it, and we went through the whole thing, and it's really interesting. And sorry, I'm eating, but
oh no, you're fine.
But I'm going to be covering it on my channel more, so yeah. Definitely.
Now, you're more than welcome to reach out to me. Yeah, you're more than welcome to reach out to me, and I will give you anything that I know. I just personally, with me being in this town and it already being as dramatized as it has turned into, and that's expected when it's such a small town. And everybody pretty much knows everybody some way or another. You're going to know somebody.
Just read my books. Says she was Hispanic Latino descent.
I don't think.
She kind of looks
talking
like
about the same. No, they're not. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna log into YouTube on the computer because my phone's gonna die, And I will
I have a
pull
picture
up,
of their family.
yeah, if you'll pull up the family, like, so I can pull up
Yeah.
mom's side and dad's side if I need to, but they're
Okay.
white.
She does look like she has Hispanic in her, though. You guys, I'm
But
Hispanic.
she's,
My grandfather came from Spain, literally on a ship with his whole family. He was actually in my grandma's tummy, but all of his brothers and sisters were born. And no, but you can't really tell that I'm Hispanic, but sometimes you can't really tell. But
well, I mean,
let's see.
most people think that I am too, that I'm of Hispanic descent, and there's Indian way back in the blood, but it's way back.
I'll pull up these couple pictures I have because there's some cute ones, and then let's see. Then I will. Skin color doesn't determine ethnicity. You're right. Just read my book. You're exactly right. Actually, that's why you have like, are you white or black? And then you have the next question, are you Hispanic or not? So it's so confusing, but. Oh, Nicole, hey, good to see you. Okay, let's see. I'm going to pull up right now. Give me just a second. I just sent them to myself. And then when Mrs. Italy is ready, I'll probably get you down before I bring her up. But I was going to see how do I reach out to you for like
so
while we're, do you have Facebook
you got a piece
Messenger?
of paper? I do. It's just under my name. It's under Michelle Sutton.
Okay,
on Facebook.
Awesome. Well, I should be able to get you that way then. Okay. So let me go through. Hold on. Okay.
I'm going to jump on here through the computer since this thing's fixing to die. I didn't realize it was.
Okay. I have black, white, colored, Indian. You're Geordie. I remember that, Brian. Okay. These are some of the photos that I had grabbed, which there's some really good. I love this picture right here of him. I just think that he just reminds me, like, he looks like he's about to go be like the next Jay-Z or something, right? Like a billionaire. And like, he's just got so many look at, he's a kid, right? He looks like he's just looking forward to what his life's going to be like. Sitting there rubbing his hands. Like, that is just so sad to me. Read the family's last name. Which one? Woods or, I'll have to, I don't even know it besides the kid's name. Wouldn't he have to be in custody if they're petitioning him to be charged as an adult? No, actually, that would be like a juvenile petition is basically the arrest, what they call the arrest warrant. Yeah, he does. He really does. Okay, LFT. Always check the other box. Okay. Let's see. I think I got to go this way. No, wrong way. Oh my God. Look at her. Absolutely stunning. This is just devastating. These two beautiful kids who have their whole entire lives ahead of them. She totally does look like she could be Hispanic. Let's see. Just stumbled upon this chat. If you have nothing better to do, you should get a life. Audience, if you have nothing better to do, then bring awareness to something that really needs awareness, something important, then get a life. Like, go do something that's not important. I'm half Hispanic. Oh, cool. Listen, peeps. Just wondering, does Lyric have any siblings? So I think so, but this is just my guess based on these photos, okay? Because I don't know. Look at him. Oh, my God. In his football, it reminds me of my boy. And then in his tux with his mom. Oh. Is this her mom, dad, and then her dad's new wife and kids, I assume? This is like I said, just an assumption. Lyric has several siblings. There you are, Michelle. She was just a baby. Pete, don't forget to hit the like when you leave. Yeah. Before you go, could you at least hit the like button? Maybe share on your social media? Her mom's last name. Okay, I'll look for it because I don't have it right here, but it really is. It's super sad. I don't think that's the last one. Oh my God. Like, what a beautiful little baby. You guys. I'm telling you guys, I have seen cases where, and I'm not saying that that's what is happening here, but this is the feeling I've gotten. And I know that, I'm not trying to make it racial when it's not. It's just hard to avoid the state of our country with the state of our country and kind of you guys know what I mean. So for some people, they can't avoid it because it is part of their daily lives. They wish they could avoid it, right? That's what I try to remember. I'm not going to speak for people of color, but it's like, I don't know. It reminds me, I've seen other cases where maybe a girl and her boyfriend have broken up and she goes off and she ends up dating a black boy and the boy kills them or kills him because he's racist, or maybe he's not racist, but this incident makes him racist or something like that. You know what I mean? So that's just the vibe that I've gotten from it, but it's just, crazy speculation because obviously we don't know nothing. Woofy. It's in every country worldwide. Yeah. So beautiful. He's so handsome. I know. Her mom and stepdad aren't on social media. Kanata is their last name. Her mom and stepdad. Yeah, that's his last name. But what's her mom's maiden name, I wonder? Does it matter if I'm half German, a little Cherokee, and the rest is a mix of hillbilly and hick? That sounds like the perfect mix to me. Dude, you guys, I know I had a freaking ladder out here, but don't have one no more. Concepcion. Oh, I thought that was his mom's last name, right? Wonder where Miss Italy is, because if she doesn't come, I'll probably get off of here and come back when we have more information. Let's see. Depends on what kind. 10 Round Magazine is sent. My dad said, I asked him, which we already know because Miss Italy said her 9 holds 12 bullets. But my dad said, depends on what kind. A 10 round magazine is common for a semi-automatic. So I bet you he had a 10 round magazine and shot 10 times and reloaded and shot 5 more. I'm curious who was shot first, who was shot more. It's her second marriage. Okay. That's a popular Filipino last name too. Oh, interesting. My best friend was Filipino. She passed away, but yeah, Miss Italy, we can do it another time if you're not ready soon. Beretta, I think, is 10 bullets. I just cannot believe there's 100 people in here to hear about a case that is so unknown. I've not seen it anywhere on here. That is like really special to me. It means the world to me. You guys, thank you, because it just can be depressing sometimes as a creator when it's only these certain cases people want to hear about, and you see so many other cases that need attention, that need the light on it. So I don't know. I just think that, yeah, I'm just really, really happy that you guys are here, and I appreciate it so much. Well, maybe 10. I thought it was 12. Sorry. I was on the phone with someone from there, and she was telling me a few things. I should be home in 10 minutes. I know I said that 20 minutes ago. I'm at the gas station. I'm going straight home 5 minutes. Okay. We'll wait. It doesn't matter what their ethnicity is. Racially motivated doesn't have to mean white or black. Yeah, you're totally right. Read my book. I agree with you. Oh, Brian, you're the best. With an adult male that apparently was only 17. Wow, that's interesting. Preach. It's super cool. Hopefully people will, it will continue to be shared and passed around. And like I said, you don't have to pass my video. Go on Twitter and find an article. Go find a good photo of them. Go find whatever. Just share the story. Yeah, let's do that. That works, Miss Italy. My email, I'm going to put it on the screen. It's for tie-dye because I also do tie-dye. So that's why it's a little bit crazy. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, there's a car coming. Here it is. On the banner, you can see on the bottom of your screen, that's my email. So you can email me and then we'll chat and then I could have you on and we could talk about it or whatever. Because I know you said Miss Italy wants us to understand and hear how the Black kids at school are feeling and stuff and how it's from the other side, like kind of, which I think is really important and special. So I cannot wait to do that. It could be they were gay. It could be. I don't know. Oh, no. Thank you, LFT. And I can't wait. You guys, Decipher Podcast and Incognito Gypsy. There we go. There's Decipher. Are both going to cover this. We're going to do some work together. It's going to be really awesome and special. Oh, Slink, welcome. Did I say that? Thank you for joining. I know I saw it, but I don't know if I said it. Oh, thank you, Violet. So, yeah, you guys, definitely be on the lookout for more on this from here and from those channels, too. Following so many cases at this stage. Yes, Nicole, it really, really is. Oh, thank you, Brian. I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you guys for being here. Okay, you guys, I'm going to let you guys go. Enjoy your Friday night, and I'll see you soon. I love you guys so much. And any updates, I'll post on my community page. Thank you for being here, and thank you to my mods, too, for being here. Here's Michelle's channel, also who joined our panel. And thank you, Michelle. I appreciate that. All right, you guys, have a good night. Talk to you soon. Bye.